Hey everyone, so let's look at some of the crazy that's happening on Shitter. We have WFLA News, which is a channel that is local to Tampa Bay, Florida. They posted, scientists say 4 billion people, about half the world's population, experience at least one extra month of extreme heat because of human-caused climate change from May 2024 to May 2025. It's a pretty straightforward summary of a scientific paper that was peer-reviewed, vetted, and confirmed by multiple entities, agencies, and independent researchers. So let's go down to the comments. Let's see, we got stoic gulag inmate saying scientists create random meaningless statistics so that they can keep getting government grant money to stay employed to create more random meaningless statistics. Let's see what stoic gulag inmate number 69420. Oh, he says he's a top 0.1% disinfluencer, divorced, shocking, background proud prostate owner. And of course here we've got the first thing is something incredibly sexist, but he's of course a scientist apparently, where he says dildo to apparently refer to men. That's why I don't trust scientists anymore, says another anon account, Nick O'Siggers. He just is having fun. He lives in the mountains, apparently. And what scientist? Let's see what Gil Lopez does. He's an entrepreneur and a sportsman who considers himself within the classification of science and technology. Then we have lies from Victim Olympics. Smooth Brains on X. Be like Doug. Look at all of these anonymous counts. Seem to be dedicated to doing only one thing. Sam Houston says, scientist from the free state of Florida. Also not a scientist. Believe the science, ain't not on your side. Not even sure what the hell that's supposed to mean, but what a profile we have there. LOL, says James Jeanette, who advertises himself as a Christian bow hunter America first patriot. Also is a big fan of Vivek for Ohio, and somehow manages to have 21,000 followers. Also not a scientist. Only the scientists that go along with the hoax are being heard. There's many of them who are proving the Earth's temps have always fluctuated, but NWO and WEF are keeping those scientists silenced. That's Marty. He's a Florida swamper. He's a widower who grew up near the Gulf of America. No DMs. Trump should release the Bigfoot files. That's a really dependable source. WFLA's fake news. Our sun is a variable star. We have annual changes of seasons. Okay, this guy has no idea what he's talking about, so let's see what he does. Kevin Wright says, the Lord knew me, then knit me in the womb. Wow, that's weird. FreeRepublic.com. Rat Cheer. Created in 2022. Jesus. Bullshit, says Peter Wyant, who says he's in technology solutions and is from Tampa Bay. He might actually be a legitimate person. And, let's see. We got a lot of, yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see. Science always say the world is round and COVID came from a bat. Pedo symbols in media. We are surrounded by pedophiles. This guy has managed to actually amass 772 people who listen to his shit, which is really interesting. But apparently the world is flat. How many scientists say that human-created climate change isn't the reason? Well, that's 0. But this is Chris Thompson, who also is probably from Tampa Bay. He's a Gator guy, Bucks football, Rays do it better with less, and Lightning hockey, but apparently thinks that he's a climate scientist as well, shares the New York Post. Mad Democrat scientist, as if it was just one, and that's Matrix Gigolo. He says that he's an Army medic vet turned nurse. He lives by the Gulf of America. Demons are real, and they exist and thrive within the Democratic Party. That's not at all how I expected that one to go. Yeah, that's not true, and WLFLA is very stupid for believing it. Another anon account, habitual line stepper, red pill Catholicism and brutal conservatism, arrogant douchebags. Sounds about right. Ha ha ha. Climate change with $sign by Mary Morin. Healing and recovery minister, life coach, and pastoral counselor. And he's originally from Kalispell, Montana, but sure, he knows about hurricanes. Audrey Lynn, okay. That's nice. Nothing really here. So apparently a lot of people that I have blocked. Just another rando loser. LMFAO says Ichabod Crane. He says he doesn't have enough Bitcoin and is for some reason posting a bunch of really crazy stuff. Let's see what he said here. Oh, he thinks it's funny that somebody was calling Jasmine Crockett a burnt marshmallow. And never forget James Comey's house? Okay, whatever. The Twitter science team is hard at work in the comments. The age of idiocy. I'm gonna like that guy. Thank you. That's hilarious. LOL says Tony Bryan. He's a fellow refuge. Not refugee, refuge of Tiamat, slinging truth potions and elixirs of this traveling show we're all a part of. Wow, that's a whole other thing. Climate hysteria and Marxism, Captain B. Jesus Christ, these people, there's just no end to them. The only constant in science is when someone pays for a scientific study, they get the science they paid for. Just a guy. Says Tim Enchanter. Occasionally funny football, hockey, nature, calling out BS. This guy thinks he's calling out BS. Climate change is a hoax. Human weather manipulation is real. By Mr. Conservator from Florida. Most of these, by the way, are bots and accounts that are paid as different disinformation agents on behalf of Ron DeSantis and his media team. Please stop using pictures of recreation and stories about extreme heat. Extreme heat doesn't push people to go to the beach or the pool or to run under sprinklers. It kills people. Okay, well, you know what? Amplified protests, you're not entirely right. I get your sentiment is very serious, but yes, in fact, people do go to the beach and go to pools to cool off because water will help cool you off. And this just keeps going on. And yet, you kind of have to wonder why WFLA does not believe in hiding these replies, because how does it affect the mentality of people in Florida to be constantly reading this shit under every post? There was only like 3 or 4 people who had anything intelligent to say out of 40 comments. That's absolutely insane.